Today in Health and Nutrition we're going to talk about kidney damage and its relation to vitamin D. Doctors are warning patients to be careful about the amount of vitamin D supplements they take after a man developed kidney damage due to excess dosages. A 54-year-old man showed increased levels of creatinine in his blood, suggestive of kidney damage and malfunction. After going to a kidney specialist and taking further tests, doctors found the man had been prescribed high dosages of vitamin D by a naturopath. The naturopath had advised the man to take 8 drops of vitamin D daily. For more than 2 years, the man consumed between 8,000 and 12,000 international units of vitamin D daily. The recommended daily amount of vitamin D is between 400 and 1,000 international units. Due to the high amounts of vitamin D the man was taking, he had an excessive amount of calcium in his blood, which led to kidney damage. Dr. Born August said that it had been surprising to see the degree of kidney function he had lost suddenly, almost to the point of requiring dialysis. Kidney failure is not reversible. In this case, this patient is now left with 30 to 35% kidney function. Before the vitamin D supplements, this function was greater than 70%. Even though an excess of vitamin D can be dangerous, it plays an important role in helping the body build strong bones. It enables the body to absorb adequate levels of calcium and phosphate, which keep bones healthy. The average person gets their vitamin D from sunlight, although fortified foods such as milk and cereals can also provide vitamin D. According to the Mayo Clinic, most American adults get enough vitamin D without supplementation, yet more and more people are taking supplements. In the case of the man, the naturopath had prescribed him high doses of vitamin D despite the man never had vitamin D deficiency or bone loss. Taking too much vitamin D can cause problems such as constipation or nausea, and in more severe cases, kidney stones and kidney damage.
Dead pig brains bathed in artificial fluids show signs of cellular life. Scientists have restored cellular activity to pig brains hours after the animal's death. This revival took place 4 hours after the pig's demise. Nita Fahrenheit of Duke University has said that it is a huge breakthrough. In the study, the brain showed no signs of the widespread neural activity. The experiments were conducted on pigs that has been killed in a food processing plant. These animals were destined to become pork. The authors of the study has written that no animals died for this study. After decapitation, about 300 pig heads were put on ice and transported to a Yale University laboratory, where researchers surgically removed the brains. For hours post-mortem, researchers put 32 of these brains in an artificial system. During 6 hours, these dead brains showed signs of activity. Oxygen and sugar went into the brain tissue, and carbon dioxide came out. The research isn't close to being ready to be used on human brain. Still, the method raised the possibility that similar approaches could one day restore some function to human brain tissue. A global survey finds that the Arctic Ocean is a hot spot of viruses. Water samples taken during a 3-year expedition around the world's ocean identified around 200,000 virus species, roughly 12 times the number found in a previous smaller survey, and 32% of those viruses were found exclusively in the Arctic. The results come from the Tara Ocean Global Oceanographic Research Expedition from 2009 to 2013. Scientists collected everything ranging in size from fish egg down to viruses. Almost all of the viruses attack bacteria, not people. Ham Sayed, a microbiologist at Ohio State University in Columbus, said that you can swim in the ocean and not worry about it. But the study gives only a limited view of viruses at play. There's still swaths of the ocean that have been looked at.
Welcome to the news section of the world of music, and as a shocking news we have Familiar of Avicii launched the posthumous songs SOS. The musician who died last April was producing a new album, so his parents made the decision that the world should know the record work that his son had left. And this album was called Team in honor of the author name. This is a novel ad to Don't Forget Sax, a great musician who composed familiar songs like Hey Brother and Wake Me Up. Now, going to the cinema in the seventh art, we are presented with something that caused a furor among Middle Earth. Behind The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and his many books by this author, has been confirmed that a documentary film will be made showing the revolutions that gave life to this impressive author. Tolkien, the mastermind of the heroic fantasy, with its nice and emblematic characters that have touched many fans of this author.
Hi, I'm Adrián Ramirez. I am going to present the news about politics and the shocking news for today. My first piece of news is going to be about politics, and this is about voting to elect our governor. On April 28, the elections are held to elect our governor and president of the country. This year, the participate as major parties the PSOE party, as a favorite party, and its representative is Pedro Sanchez. The second most interesting party is United Weekend, Unidas Podemos, which has changed its name to support the feminist movement, and its representative is Pablo Iglesias. These two representatives of the left. Then there are the right parties that are the PP, represented by Pablo Casado, Citizen, that is represented by Alba Rivera, and finally, and the most radical and against all human rights, the Vox, represented by Santiago Abascal. So this Sunday, April 28, please vote to choose a Spain that is free and democratic, but please do not let anyone get you. My second piece of news is going to deal with how Santiago Abascal makes his own several song of a singer who hates the party, the Vox. These artists, after listening to their songs in Twitter, demand that they nothing of putting their music on the Vox meeting, since they are not interested in what fascist party puts on their music. These days, there have been several cases in which several singers make manifest that if Santiago Abascal, please stop using his music. Among these artists are Juanes with his song Adiós le pido, or the artist Beret with his song Lo siento, that was made our meeting not too far away.
Today on Sport, we are going to talk about Simone Biles and the interview we did to her. Simone Biles, 4 times world champion, winner of 3 Olympic gold medals and one of the greatest gymnasts of all time, is 4 feet and 8 inches, but this is not how she appears when in flight. In the hangar-like space of the World Champion Center in a suburb of Houston, Texas, she stands at the end of a padded runway. Last year, Biles returned to gymnastics after 12 months off, and she is still adjusting to the demands of her schedule. After the training session, we sat in the gym's office and we talked about what it's like to be 21 and at the top of her game. What are the pressures of being the best of the world, and just how Biles knows where she is when she is airborne. In a sport whose governing body, USA Gymnastics, has been thoroughly disgraced by the conduct of its team doctor, Larry Nassar, currently serving a life sentence for sexual abusing young gymnasts in his care, including Biles. In January of 2018, before Nasser was sentenced, Simone Biles tweeted a statement in which she reported that she had been assaulted by the national team doctor. She said that it was impossibly difficult to relive those experiences, as she works towards her dream of competing in Tokyo 2020. She would have to return to the same training facility where she had been abused. I go to therapy because at times I didn't want to set foot in gym, she said.